Guys, deluded, we've had stars of the week in Europa League, my favourite, the duds of the week. So let's jump straight into it. Mr. Sauce on Spill. Let's get into it. Before I start, while on the subject of Europa League, it's just come to me. I think it's Alex Alert, one of the guys who watches this. Thank you for watching and commenting all the time. He said, "Why do you hate Europa League?" How many times have I got to say? I don't hate Europa League. I've got nothing against it. For them small clubs there, it's a big thing. But for me, no little kid wakes up and says, "I want to win Europa League." The only carrot of winning Europa League is getting the champs. Really, highlighted by United last year. Like I said, no one wakes up and wants to win this. We were told by Munich levels. I know Arsenal are a joke of a club and we're a long way away from winning the Champions League, but that is what my heart is set on. That is what I really want. That is what we came close to 06. And if you were to, is Europa League going to replace the hurt of 06? Is Europa League on the level of the Champions League? It's not. It's Champions League light. It's Champions League for failures. You get into it because you didn't make Champions League spots. You get into it because you finished third in the Champions League and you dropped down. Ultimately, you get into it because weren't quite good enough to get Champions League. It is the Champions League for failures and the guys that haven't been good enough. So yeah, it is just poor. It is poor. But I've got nothing against what it can bring for young players and things like that. And if we win it, of course I'm gonna gas it up, and I'll be one of the guys, the most shouting up and down, yeah, madness. So yeah, let's get into duds now. Duds of the week, the gatekeeper. I don't know his name. You guys that know his name and things like that can get in the comments. Feel free. Set pieces poor, corners poor. Just really wasn't helping his team at all. Gifted Theo with a goal. He's got to be there. Moving on. Less said about him, the better. Butner, Vertis, the ex-Manchester United fullback, wasn't any better. He's got to be there. Ashley Williams was really off the pace. He's been off the pace last year. He was off the pace this year. Mix up between him and Holgate. He's playing silly passes. He's got to be there. Bonucci, City bidded for him. Chelsea bidded for him. Big money, rejected. Everyone was like, rah, rah, rah. Arguably the best centre-half in world football, if not one of the best. Held as great business when AC Milan got him for 40 million. It was held as a steal. Part of a great backline at Juventus, has won almost everything there is to offer domestically available to him, apart from the champs throughout his career. Decorated individual, but you wouldn't have thought that seeing him for AC Milan. His partner, the other centre half, played a bit better than him and scored, so I let him in my team of the week. But Benici was poor, and he's a 6 centre half. His partner next to him, like I said, Ashley Williams, almost forgot about the back line. Mustafi at right back. I don't know if I've already mentioned it because I'm forgetting what I'm doing right now, but Mustafi was poor. You would think he was one of these youngsters. The youngsters look more seasoned than him, look like they played more games than him. I know we don't coach bad habits good enough out of players at this club, but come on, Mustafi, like what goes through your head? Stop diving in, stop getting tight. You almost gave away a penalty. You're diving in the box. There was a goal which him, Holding, and Mertesacker all had parts to blame, but he was the first to engage, and it was just poor, giving away the ball when he was trying to distribute. So he's got to be there. Some back five, that is. Let's get into midfield. Tom Davies, I love him, but he was poor for Everton. Wazza was poor, even though he scored, I believe, for Everton. I watched that game. Morgan Slanderland, I got a lot of love for him and had love for him. He's got to be there. This is how you know how poor Everton was. So that's the midfield three. Up front, Giroud, yes, he got 100 goals, but the ball didn't stick. It was appalling from Giroud. And I can't lie, Theo Walcott scored 2 goals. That's the only thing that saves him out of this side. That's the only thing that saves him, or he'd be in his side. So that's Giroud. Sandro's got to be there as well. He underwhelmed in my opinion. He didn't really do anything of note too tough. So yeah, man. And I forgot his name, but the bait striker, he makes up the last option. I forgot his name. Couple bread and butter finishes. If he scored, he would have put his team ahead, man. And I know he only plays for Bait and things like that, but they actually could have got something out of the game against us if they had a bit better finishing. So he makes it into the dud of the week. Like I said, I don't know his name or the keeper's name, so forgive me for that. But guys, Deluded Guna, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Thank you. It means a lot. Mr. Sauce on Spill out.